hey, hey, hey.
Alright, then I'm gonna go to my military. This is my military retirement flag. As you can see, I retired as a staff sergeant in the military. I did 20 years, 9 months, and 18 days. The first 3 years of me being in the military, I went from a private E1 to a staff sergeant, and the rest of the time in the military, I was wearing staff sergeant rank all the way up until my last deployment, which was in 2003. Every deployment from the Gulf War all the way up to 2003, I think it was Kuwait, I ended up getting hurt out there, and I couldn't perform my soldierly duties anymore as a soldier because I was seriously hurt. This is a platform. This whole thing right here is a cover from the back of a MLRS. That's the multiple launch rocket system. I was the section chief of that vehicle. It was me. It's a missile launcher, and that is what we did. This pod cover is what it's called. It symbols the type of force or the type of firepower that we would shoot down range at the enemy. And as you can see, that bad boy is no joke. It's stating that this was the unit that I was in, Alpha 21 Field Artillery 1st Cav Division. We was over in Kuwait. And even though it says first rocket down range, it was a multiple shot. All of us was shooting, and when they gave us the fire mission to shoot, all of us shot. But we had no way of giving recognition to the first vehicle that shot the first round or the first missile. So what the chain of command did was created these pods and gave it to all the section chiefs to represent. Since we all shot at the same time, we all got recognition as the first shot, first kill. So that's what that is representing. It's not actually saying I was the first one to shoot my rocket. It was just saying as a collective whole, we were the first to shoot downrange. That's what it's saying. All right, this picture here is my non-commissioned officer picture. In fact, this is the only military picture that I ever took while I was in the military. This was when I was stationed over there in Korea. It is the only military picture that I ever took where I was not deployed or in somebody's desert or something to that effect. It's actually me in a uniform with the non-commissioned officer creed on the side. And over here it says, no man is more professional than I. No man is more professional than I. Back then, that's what we used to say. Now the non-commissioned officer creed states no person is more professional than I. Because the women started coming into the military and all that good stuff, so you had to do equal rights and all that. So they had to change it from man to, I think, person or no one is more professional than I don't know exactly what the term they're using now, but back then, that's what we used to say. No man is more professional than I. And we had to quote this anytime any of our supervisors, high-ranking supervisors, asked us, give me the creed of the non-commissioned officer. And if you couldn't repeat this off the top of your head, excuse me, you almost got demoted. So you had to know that. That's me in a picture, about 165 pounds. I never could gain weight back then. I was very active, stayed on my toes, man, running 100 miles an hour all the time. And oh man, I think I used to run the 2 mile in about 11 minutes. Shoot, I can't even walk the 2 mile right now compared to what I used to do. Now going back here, no, this is the The second television is basically doing all the monitoring for the security system for the house, for the trailer. This is where I actually keep all the records for all the cameras. But any computer that's in the house or anything like that, any computer anywhere that's connected to my network can access these cameras. So, but this in here is the only one that actually records everything. All right, going on around my most memorable, because I'm going over all the most memorable stuff in my life. Right here is my associate's degree from Cameron University. I think this one is in 2012, my associate's degree. And then I turned around and finished up my bachelor's degree in 2013. Now, the reason they're so close together is because in 2012, my counselor was like, hey, Mr. Luckett, you done did so many courses for your associate's degree. All you have to do is six more semesters, 6 more college credits to finish up your bachelor's degree, and you can graduate the next year. So I ended up getting my 2012 associate's degree and my 2013 bachelor's degree back to back. And believe it or not, my biggest subject, my number one subject back when I was in college was English. And I can't speak English worth of crap, but it was my number one topic. And I don't know if because maybe my college professor, my English professor, man, she was so gorgeous to me that I did not want to look stupid in front of her. So, but English was my number one choice. But as you see, my bachelor and associate degree is in information technology. Information technology basically covers all the areas dealing with information technology, dealing with electronics, dealing with science in general for as computers. So everything from writing codes to web designs to whatever you can think of, I have actually worked in that type of position at some point throughout my career, and I enjoy it. Now going over to this is my studio setup. As you can see, I already went over the speaker setup. Now this is my editing software. I use everything from QuickPro, from GoPro. I use several other different programs to help edit the software. But the main thing I want to bring up about my studio, as far as I used to webcast back on YouTube back in 2017, and my cameras that I was using are the Logitech webcams with the mic. But inside my garage, I didn't have speakers. So there was no problem. There was no reason for me to actually have to wear headphones, which you see up here. Now, in information technology or communications, period, 101, if you're going to have speakers and a microphone in the same general area while you're talking on the microphone, in order to stop feedback, you got to have headphones. That's communications 101. So if you hear anybody saying anything different about some headphones, you can go ahead and check them. Because it is what you got to do if you got multiple speakers surrounding a microphone. You got to disconnect the speakers so that the feedback going to the microphone, you won't hear it. And the only way to actually do that without disconnecting all your speakers is to simply plug in some headphones. General 101 knowledge. So let's get that out the way. Alright, now for a person to have feedback in their video, meaning it's echoing, they're saying something, it seems like they're saying it twice. Hello, hello. It's because they're receiving feedback and they don't know the proper communication method or setup method to stop it. That's why when you call in to your DJ, when he's asking you to call in to give them your favorite song for them to play, if you calling them on your phone and that DJ is calling is answering the phone, he can hear you talking to him, and he can hear himself in the background of your house because you got the speakers on in the background. So that's why every DJ would tell you, before you call in, please turn your speakers off in your house so that we won't have feedback, because the feedback can be so loud that it would just blow them away, and they'll just rather hang up on you than for you to try to win your prize. So communications 101. Headphones is the answer. Okay, so let's get that out the way. Now, other than that, I use a standard system. As far as my audio, my microphone, I use the Aces Blaster for my audio. So it sounds pretty good in here with all these speakers coming from this, and everything is connected to each other. So the stereo is connected to the studio. The studio is connected to the television back here. The television back here is connected to the television up here. So I can basically just sit here and drag everything from one television to the other if I want to. But I sit here to do my work. I look over here to see what's going on around me, and I get tired and I want to watch some TV like Jerry Springer that's on right now. I got some entertainment, and if I don't feel like watching television, I got music. So that is my setup. Everything in here is about what's going on with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. So hey, probably be a little bit long, and I'll try to edit it out as much as I can. But that's my spiel for the day. And y'all have a good one. GoPro, stop recording.
Hey, hey, hey.